Hey everybody, Kyle Sasser here with Great Things Tampa Bay, and just wanted to talk to you today about the Great Things Tampa Bay app, which is still available for download on your favorite mobile platform. So it's available at the Apple Store, Apple iOS. If you just go into your App Store, do a search for Great Things Tampa Bay, we should show up there right at the top. Well, download it. And also on Android, Google Play, you can also go there, type in the Great Things Tampa Bay, and download the Great Things Tampa Bay app. So, and in addition, there's also a link below that will take you straight to whatever mobile phone or mobile device you have. There's a link there for Apple Store and Android. So, but what is the Great Things Tampa Bay app? What does it do? Why would you even be interested? Why should you care? So, Great Things Tampa Bay started off as a podcast that I do. I try to release it weekly. Really, it's more bi-weekly, unfortunately. But it basically I talk about all of the great places to eat, great things to do, and I do conduct interviews with many of the great people in the greater Tampa Bay area. I cover Lakeland is as far east as I've gone. I go to Tarpon Springs to the north, Sarasota, Bradenton to the south, and of course Tampa, Brandon, St. Petersburg, Clearwater, and all points in between. So the podcast, for those of you that don't know, is basically it's kind of like a radio show, and I just get on there and I talk for a few minutes about the restaurant, or sometimes I talk about a shop or an event that's going on or something else interesting. And when I do interviews, those are usually a little bit longer. Sorry, I'm actually having to turn around here. So the interviews are usually a little bit longer. Those usually end up being more in the 35 to 45 minute range. And I interview awesome people. I've interviewed Andy Sayers, the guy that owns the Urban Group. So that's Urban Barbecue, Urban Comfort, Urban Creamery. I've interviewed Jackie, who is one of the owners of Furnish Me Vintage downtown St. Petersburg. I interviewed one of the museum directors at the University of Tampa / Henry B. Plant Museum. So I get a very varied interviews, and always try to find interesting people. In addition to the podcast, which is hosted on the app, I also have additional materials such as a map with location of all of the places that I've talked about. So if you're out and about in town and you're wondering maybe, hey, what's the best restaurant close to Tarpon Springs, you can pull up the map inside the app and find the best restaurant. And the answer to that question is all of the world. It's downtown Tarpon Springs. It's not up by the sponge docks. It's downtown Tarpon Springs, and it's amazing. They have infused olive oils, and amazing. In addition, also I do provide some real estate updates there. So if you're interested in what the current Tampa real estate market is doing, you can go there. I do a usually about a monthly podcast there called Great Homes Tampa Bay, and it'll tell you what the real estate market's doing, any sort of changes and things like that. There's also a link to my blog, so any sort of post that gets put up, anything that's not major enough to make it to a podcast episode, I will put it on the blog post. But the big thing is the event section. So what the event section does is usually once or twice a month I try to host a Great Things Tampa Bay event at one of my favorite restaurants, or someplace. We're probably going to be doing a canoe trip soon, so be sure to go there and check that out. And also, I also post other events going on around the Tampa Bay area, so it's a very handy way to know what is happening this weekend, so you can kind of plan and make some fun stuff. So anyway, that's the Great Things Tampa Bay app. take a look. There's a link below. You're welcome to download it. I do love feedback on the app because I'm always trying to work and improve it. So if you have any ideas or anything, please, there's actually a way inside the app. Just go to the contact section and you'll be able to send me your thoughts, good or bad. Yeah, so anyway, go download the app. Lots of fun, and thank you for tuning in.